Hello guys, welcome back to Euro Truck Simulator episode 18. We're en route to be collecting our next job. And unfortunately, as I pulled out, you might notice this if you watched the last episode. We ended the last episode with 2%. But clearly, this is 4%. So, how did I gain the other 2%? Well, as I was pulling out, after I basically put my GPS to the destination and I pulled out, a car collided on me, and I have $93. I can't pay the damage, so I have to just deal with it. So, so that's how I got the 4%. Is because someone decided they wanted to wham me so much that they just basically went hightail into the side of my trailer. So, well, not my trailer, my cabin. We are about 22 miles away, so we're not too far away. You basically, I didn't record like the first 8 miles because who really cares? It's like, let's get to the destination. Nothing really happened. I pulled out, got hit, and then it was basically just standard stuff. So nothing really got missed except the collision, and we already have enough of that. So it isn't like you're gonna miss anything. Plus, once I saw the scenery, I was like, you know what? This is a good point. This is a really good point to start recording. It looks beautiful, and so we'll just accept it. We'll start recording now, and let you guys enjoy it without maybe 8 additional minutes of nonsense. Okay. Slow down. It looks like we're gonna be going into one of these mining areas. These well, not mines really, but holes in the ground type places where they yeah, I guess it's a mine. I don't know what else you'd call it. Oh, that's new. Trex. But that's less than half of what we're getting. So we're not even gonna worry about that. Now the thing you want to remember is that this should be taken very slow. Because you could easily tip yourself if you're not careful. So, take it slow. There's no need to be going all supersonic now. I'm trying to figure out what this is. I think it looks like it's going to be at the very bottom of this mine here. Talk about getting that one looking like it was a professional. I basically just pulled in and pulled out. No real course correction there, just back up. Back up and pull forward. This should be the way forward. You don't want to lose too much speed because then it's going to be a bitch to get out of here. But I think we did this one pretty good. We didn't lose too much speed, so the momentum's carrying us over the hill. Otherwise, if you slow down too much, what happens is you start going at like 5 miles an hour instead of like 18, 20 miles an hour. Which, I mean, we would get there, but it would just be much slower. Okay. About 600 miles, more or less. Wow, look at that scenery. That is beautiful. That is grade A class beautiful. Now, I'm going to tell you this, and it might be to you a bit odd, but as a West Virginia man myself, from a mountain state, I have always enjoyed going into any like mountainous, hilly terrain. To me, it's like that's the best kind of terrain to drive through. I mean, if you're going to drive through any kind of terrain, drive through a mountainous, hilly terrain, because, you know, it's... Especially if it's like snowy, oh yeah, like no doubt in my mind, that would be the best possible terrain. I mean, no disrespect to like flat, you know, flat terrain, but that's boring. There's nothing there. But if you drive through hills and you drive through mountains, you got the the elevation changes, you got the scenery changing all the time. The atmospheric pressure changes and your ears pop. Oh man. Plus, I mean, on some hills, in some mountains, it's like a motherfucking roller coaster ride, man. If you get it right, you know, if you're going at the right speed and you're on the right kind of hill or mountain, oh, it is like a roller coaster ride. You just pull your arms up and you just have a whole bunch of fun. What is the West Virginia motto? Wild and wonderful? Oh, yeah, it is that indeed. It is that indeed, no doubt. I have no doubt that if I had to go into a war zone, you know, and the guy next to me is a West Virginia man, I know I'm going to be covered, man. If any soldier in the army is from West Virginia, you know your ass is covered. You know that, right? Because we are the mountain state men. We are like 93% mountainous and hills, okay? Going up a hill is nothing to us. We're like designed for this shit. Okay? An uphill battle to us is an everyday occurrence. It's like breathing. You know? To people who live on the plains, it's like going up a hill is probably gonna kill you. You know, but for us, it's like, what the hell are you doing? Like, get up. We gotta go. You know? It's only another 20 miles. Yeah, but it's a fucking mountain. Dude, I'm from the mountain state. Now get up and go. I'm not going to be slowed down because your flat off people can't deal with some hills. And flat off people are the plains. You know, people who live in the flat areas of the nation. wonder, like, if you put a West Virginia man and like someone who lives in the plains, in a race, who would win? If the race consisted of like a hill, like an uphill segment, who do you think would win that? A West Virginia person or the plains? Like I don't know, like what is like a flat state? Like Kansas? Is Kansas flat? Oklahoma? I think Oklahoma is pretty flat. So yeah, let's use Oklahoma, alright? So someone who was born and raised in Oklahoma, racing against someone from West Virginia, and there's a segment in the race course that's hilly, like uphill. Who do you think would win? My money would be on the West Virginia person. Because, West Virginia is the mountainous state, so. How much time do I got? I got 25 hours, 55 minutes. Okay, we got plenty of time. Oh, yeah, about 150 gallons. I wish that I could get mail that isn't, you've overdrawn your balance, sir. That's gonna bug me if I don't do something with it right now. Slow down. I already know we're gonna have to slow down. You know what? I'm just gonna march into this morning radio. Alright, never mind. Cause somehow, even though they're going at the same speed, they're pulling ahead of me. So either these people are speeding, or this game is just generally making non-playable characters go generally faster. I don't know. Because, I mean, if they're going at 50 miles an hour, then we should more or less just stay at the same distance. But you find that, I mean, look, I'm catching up to him. So that doesn't make much sense. I mean, especially going up a hill, you should slow down, not speed up. Unless his engine just can't deal with the hills and mine can. I don't know. I mean, that could possibly be what it is. is that my engine just can deal with the elevation and his can't, so it seems like I'm increasing on him when in fact I'm going at the same speed as him. Because he's losing speed and I'm maintaining it. I don't know. There is something to update you guys on in terms of the story. Samuel, I know, is something that a lot of the story seems to circle around. However, it is because he is a character that is always changing. And unfortunately, we might be losing him, which is unfortunate, I know. But his wife is basically making it known that he is going to have to make a decision. Either he gets a job that's closer, aka more stationary, or he finds a new place. So, I mean, we will support Samuel as much as we can. You know, I mean, we love Samuel like a brother, and we would hate to lose him, but, I mean, you gotta deal with your internal stuff, and unfortunately, his internal stuff might revolve around him leaving. So, that would suck, but, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, we like Samuel, you know, in the office. He's a fun guy, but I mean, you can't, you know, it's like, you don't want to lose your family because of a job, you know. Jobs are important, but family is more important. And, you know, I mean, you might disagree, you know, you might say that I'm an idiot for saying that, but if you're gonna make a decision, if you must make a decision on two things, family or job, you pick your family. You know, and if that means you have to find a new job, you find a new job. If that means you have to end a relationship, you end a relationship. Gotta make a decision. You pick family. All the time. You always pick family. You know, you can always get another job. You can always, you know, find something else. But if you lose your family, you've lost everything. And I'm not about to keep Samuel. I mean, he's a good guy. He walks real hard. He's a good producer of income. But I mean, I could hire someone else. I mean, don't get me wrong, I would be upset, but I mean, that's hard. You know, that's real hard, but that's what it is right now. Oh, yeah, I saw that happen. I saw that was about to happen, and I was like, you know what, there's no way I can do anything about it, so I'll just take the hit. Luckily enough, it was just a fine, nothing major, so no damage, just a $400 fine, so I'll take that. I got over $5,000, so it ain't nothing to me. The bills on the bank have been paid, so it ain't no skin off my back. You know, I think most people by this point in time would be like rolling in money, but me, you know, I'm still just scraping by. With nickels and dimes. is this gonna cost? Get me? Not as much as I thought it would, but I'm just trying to do the math right now. I got about $5,000, so that's I'm gonna say about $62,000 to $63,000, which is not gonna be enough to buy a truck, I don't think. But considering I don't remember when I hired them, I'm gonna probably have to take out a loan. Cause I mean, I made that a rule, like 3 days. That's as long as you have until you must have a truck. Otherwise, things get bad, and we don't have the money. We do not have the money. I mean, of course, in the game you're not gonna get fined, but of course, in my role plan, you know, that's a penalty that you have to deal with. So, of course, like, if I didn't have that, I could just hire as many people as I wanted and just basically give them trucks when I can. But I kind of added that condition, so that kind of makes you have to, when you hire them, you have to think about, are you going to be able to get the money soon enough to make it so that you can buy them a truck? And unfortunately I was like, you know what, I'm just going to buy the women that is available right now, because I don't know how long it'll take for me to get another woman. And I don't remember when I hired them, so I think it was about a day or two ago. I mean, this is gonna burn up most of this day. So really, when you think about it, that amounts to about 2, maybe 3 jobs, depending on the length. $369 miles. Now, I know that I basically made it more. Goddamn. I know that rain is possible, but for whatever reason, it hasn't rained yet. I don't know why I had trouble speaking like that, just now, but it's like, goddamn. Like, I know what I want to say, god damn it, just let me say it. Before we do anything, I want to just see where I am on the map. Okay, so, unless I missed something, we haven't discovered any place. Hold on. Yeah, Okay, so I didn't think we were gonna get this, but I am surprised we didn't grab this. Because, I mean, look how close that was. I mean, we literally went right past it. I guess it's one of those where you actually have to turn off the highway and drive into it. Unlike other ones that you can just drive through your route and it just gets collected. Oh, that sucks. That does fucking suck. What about the next one? What was the next one? The next one is right here. So if we didn't grab this, I don't think we're gonna grab this. Yeah. And then of course we're probably not gonna grab that either. Oh man, that's just the whole point of I grabbed this one was because it went so close to so many other places. And it looks like aside from the destination we're not gonna grab any of them. Ah, dang it. That's that's unfortunate, you know. That was one of the reasons why I grabbed this route, was because it went so close to so many other places, and it looks like I'm gonna get bunkus. Alright, well, oh well. You know, it's no big loss. I may not have sleep equipped in this game, but unfortunately you can't disable sleep in real life. So I'm probably gonna get affected by my tiredness. Like this takes too long. I have been known to actually fall asleep while playing games, so luckily it hasn't happened in any of my videos thus far, but it has happened. Well, I will find myself taking a little micro nap. That's a good sign. Buildings. Means we're approaching what could possibly be a city. Or this could be decoration, which looks like it is. Oh, look at that. Look at the clouds. It looks like it's getting pretty gray out, guys. Could be rain. I definitely would have to go back and see when it last rained in last episodes. To see when it was that last rain. I mean, I know that a couple episodes it's been disabled, so it couldn't have rained anyway, but I'm gonna say this episode and the one before it had the rain possible. You know, it could have rained, but it didn't. We got 267 miles. That's plenty of mileage to Wayne, so we'll soon see. I'm probably gonna start turning on my lights at around 10. And unless it starts getting really dark before then. Right now it's still pretty lit up, so. I don't see much of a need to do anything right now. No, it's 8. Okay, I thought it was 9. It was like, it's still pretty lit up for 9. Yeah. It's getting dark now. So 9. Okay. 9 is when I'm going to turn on my lights. Been watching a lot of Final Fantasy 15. And so far it seems pretty entertaining. I've also been trying to watch the Game Awards that came on not too long ago. I think yesterday they aired, and I think I've seen most of it. I haven't seen all of it. So at some point I definitely have to get around to seeing the rest of the video game awards of this year. But from what I've been told, it's not particularly all that amazing. Like there were a few like of award premieres or whatever it was, but nothing like, oh my god, off-shadowing. So, for me, like I'm just waiting for that fucking like Wobo Dino game, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm waiting for. It's like the what is it called? Until Dawn or Onto Dawn or something? With the woman, like cave woman Wobo Dino people game thing. I don't know. But like you know what I'm talking about, like the Wobo Dino cave woman game. I mean, obviously, she has like a bow and tribal woman dino robot game. That thing comes out next year. And I was like, my god, like, I mean, that is like, to me, since the PlayStation 4 has released, it hasn't been, for me at least, a game that like really feels like, a next-gen game. I mean, Uncharted 4, but like, I don't know, with with PlayStation 1, you had the games like Crash Bandicoot, right? A game franchise that if it was released audio, probably wouldn't have been successful because the technology wouldn't have been advanced enough. PlayStation 2, of course, had the likes of Spyro the Dragon. Well, the PlayStation 1. So, PlayStation 1 had like Spyro the Dragon, Crash Bandicoot. PlayStation 2 had such classics such as Jak and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank, Final Fantasy X. PlayStation 3, of course, had Uncharted 1, 2, 3, and maybe 4. I don't know. Like, I don't know if there was a PS3 version of that, but definitely Uncharted 1, 2, and 3. The Last of Us PS3 edition. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, and Modern Warfare 3. But there hasn't really been a really solid PlayStation 4 game that, to me is like, you couldn't have done it on any other generation aside from this. And I look at that game and I'm like, yes, this is what should have been released as a launch title. Because that and Killzone Shadowfall, or whatever it was, like the last Killzone game, holy shit, that looked pretty. Like, that is what I wanted all the PS4 games to look like. And so few of them seem to do that, it's like, I mean, they look pretty, most of these games look pretty, but like, to me it's like, they look pretty, but they're not like PS4 only capable. Like you couldn't have achieved this on a PS3. Killzone, that new Killzone game that came out, I don't know, like 2 years ago, to me, that's what it needed to be. It needed to look like this is the kind of technology that would need to be possible in order for anything like that to be possible. So far, it's been mostly games that, they look pretty on the PS4, but I could see it being capable of being done with, maybe some reduction in beautifulness, and maybe frame rates, but like I could see that being done on a PS3 and Xbox 360. The pics, the particle effects probably would have to be completely removed, and of course the textures would have to be kind of pulled back. But like, you could do that. You could do these games on a PS3 and Xbox 360. And, still be okay. So that game, and of course, what is it, Tim Clancy's Wildlands? The one where it's like, something about a drug lord or something, I don't know. You can like parachute in, and whenever that game comes out, like, I'm definitely watching it. Cause that game looks pretty. Plus, it's the kind of game that like I could play really well, because I love games where it's like you can be aggressive, but you can also be sneaky. And I think, I'd probably be like, if I had that game, I'd be like, I'm gonna be like a fucking stealthy motherfucker, man. I'm gonna sit on a clear face, and I'm just gonna spend 15 goddamn minutes just looking at how these guys move. And then I'm gonna just fucking pick these guys off. And by the time they realize anything is going on, half the base is dead, so, like, it won't matter. then again, I've always been the kind of guy like, if I'm going to play a game, I want to try and make it as cool as possible. You know, and I want my videos to be as entertaining as possible. You know, and try to do as well as I possibly can. And so I went back and I watched some of my past videos, like Uncharted 4, and I realized something. There were so many moments in that game that I did that there were awesome fucking things. Like, if you watch, I don't know what it was, but it was the one where you're being dragged. It was that video of mine. Well, Nathan Drake is being dragged around. If you watch that video from beginning to end, there were so many points that are just awesome. Like, okay, I basically I do a pit thing with one of the Jeeps, and the Jeep just basically starts cartwheeling and just flipping all over the damn place. Another one is like a motorcyclist jumps onto my Jeep, and I dislodge him. And as soon as I kick him off, I go and I hit a little bump that basically jumps the Jeep up. A motorcyclist gets under the Jeep and I land on him. It's like, oh, whoa, that is insane. That is like freaking insane. And I think the first time I jumped on one of the Jeeps, you see a shadow, like, what the hell? Like, I wish I could have seen that, because that looked like it would have been an awesome thing to have seen. But it looks like the thing shoots into space. That's what it fucking looks like. If you watch that, yeah, it totally does look like it just shot into space. Of course, the video that preceded it was kind of a bunch of fails, but, you know, I mean, for me, yeah, I died a lot in the video that preceded it, but at the same time, I was like, showing how well this game can destroy shit. Because I basically went and I did everything that you could possibly do. I destroyed every conceivable thing that there was to destroy. By the time I got past that area, there was not a single place that wasn't at least damaged. You know, the building had a wall section taken out of it. Why was I not build? That's weird. Because that was a toll booth, wasn't it? And unless I'm mistaken, shouldn't I have been taxed something? Maybe not taxed, but like build. Okay, another one. Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't see that. Oh, you son of a witch. You Namekian landworm. Actually, Namekians are slugs, I think. But you get the gist, right? You know. I've always found that a bit odd that apparently Piccolo's a slug. I was like, oh god, no. And then you realize that people ship Gohan with Piccolo. It's like, oh god, no. Oh, fuck you people. Like, every time I see, like, a Gohan, Piccolo pairing, like, you are some sick motherfuckers. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I mean, he ain't got nothing down there. What are you doing? Like, seriously, the people who... And this is the weirdest pairing I've ever seen in my life. Someone, and I kid you not, pairs Gohan with Frieza. What the fuck are you doing? Why would you pair anyone with Frieza? Why? That don't make no goddamn sense. Who wants to ship anything Frieza? I've actually seen that. Like, what the fuck? Who does that? I mean, I can understand maybe like Perfect Cell, you know, because he's like Perfect Cell. You know, he doesn't look like some ugly fucking thing. Now, I can even understand Majin Buu. Now, I can understand Majin Buu being shipped. But Frieza, of all the enemies you could ship, you ship Gohan Frieza. What the fuck? I mean, even if your Frieza is from like an alternate dimension where he was never evil, it's still Frieza. Who the fuck pairs anyone with Frieza and thinks that's a good idea? You know, the thing that really, like, of all the things I didn't like about Dragon Ball Z is the fucking Raditz, okay? Raditz, you introduce Kakarot's brother, right? Literally in, like, the first episode. And what do? You kill him off in, like, 5-10 episodes. It's like, why, though? Why are you doing that? Like, that's so messed up. Like, I honestly believe that they fucked up Royal when they introduced Raditz and then they killed off Raditz. It's like, I can understand that he's evil, but why introduce a character, especially Goku's brother, an actual family member? Why introduce a family member to Goku if you're only gonna kill them off in like 3 episodes? And then never again mention them. Like, why? Like, I don't understand that line of logic. Yeah, we're gonna introduce a character that is the brother of the main character, but we're gonna kill him off, and then we're never gonna mention them again. Ever again. Basically, as soon as they kill off Raditz, it's as if Raditz never existed. And I'm like, why introduce him then? You know, it's like... And he isn't like a throwaway character. I mean, this is the brother of Goku. You know, I mean, you don't just introduce a family member to the main character and then just throw him away. That's freaking... Frieza. Okay, I 100% agree with pretty much anyone who says that the show could have ended with Frieza and it would have been fine. 100%. Okay, pick a lane, okay? Because the stakes in Frieza were the highest they'd ever been. Everything that followed after Frieza, I mean, it was intense, it was high stakes, but it wasn't like everything would have ended if if they fail to stop this particular enemy. Okay? So, I mean, he's a badass, no doubt. But really, when you think about it, he would have only conquered one planet. Okay, Majin Buu, yeah. I mean, he could have probably gone around and destroyed even more. But then, of course, you have to realize that you have the literal god of destruction, Beerus. So even if Majin Buu did anything, you know, they could have just basically said, you know what, Majin Buu, we're just gonna go back 5 minutes, and we're just gonna basically kill you. Plus, we know that there was a Kai for a fucking time, so it's entirely possible that someone could just go back in time and just fix everything. So, again, Frieza was the highest threat to anything. And yet they continued. The androids, the only reason the androids existed in Dragon Ball Z was so that Cell could be introduced. The androids were never the main problem. They were just more of a device to introduce the actual main enemy for the arc. There were only 3 real enemies in Dragon Ball Z. You of course had Frieza, you had Cell, and of course you had Majin Buu. But when we think about it, Frieza was a tyrant. He conquered galaxies. You know, pretty much. He basically conquered pretty much the galaxy. So, I mean, had he succeeded, he would have absorbed everybody, but then what would he have done? I mean, yeah, he's powerful, but the Supreme Kais were powerful. So, push comes to shove, all that they would have had to do is just pop in and blow his ass up. You know what? What does this increase? Just in time to level E, that would be 6% high reward, 10% more for finishing an Argent delivery. What about a fragile? 15%. You know what? No, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna grab this. There we go. Alright, so see you later, guys. I know that I didn't really talk too much, and it was just random stuff, but you know what? I enjoyed it, so see ya.